This event is hosted by Data Couch, and today we are honored to have our SME Munmun Das as our instructor for the session. Now, let me introduce our speaker for today, Munmun Das. She's a leading expert in smart city solutions and digital transformation, brings 18 years of experience in software project management and product development, currently heading the Center of Excellence in Innovation and Automation. She's also a research scholar focused on leveraging AI, IoT, and blockchain for sustainable urban development. Munmun's expertise spans AI, risk management, and automation, making her a highly sought after mentor and speaker in the tech space. When she's not driving digital transformation, you can find her exploring the world through her passion for travel and adventure, biking, having completed a solo 3,000-kilometer journey from Delhi to Leh. Before we begin, let me make a moment to introduce Data Couch. We are leaders in professional service delivery, specializing in generative AI, data engineering, cloud, blockchain, cybersecurity, agile, DevOps, data science, based consulting, implementation, and training. Our offerings include consultancy, custom solution implementation, enablement services, and upskilling and training. In addition to our core offerings, we have a proprietary browser-based virtual lab solution. We also offer managed services for infrastructure and human capital to meet the unique requirements of organizations of all sizes and scale. We are excited to share that our global footprint has enabled us to transform the careers of over 200K professionals. Thanks to this growing community of learners, our expertise now spans cutting-edge technologies like Web3, generative AI, big data, DevOps, and cloud, to name just a few where we continue to push the boundaries of innovation. Highlighting our significant achievements, we have successfully partnered with Fortune 500 companies and global system integrators such as Infosys, Accenture, and TCS, as well as tech giants like Apple, Google, and financial corporations like PayPal, Bank of America, and among others. Driven by our commitment to community and knowledge sharing, we have established 3 specialized meetup groups: AI Minds, Generative AI User Group, and All Things Data. With a membership exceeding 25,000 plus, our community has participated in over 200 such sessions, covering more than 100 diverse technologies and tools. We are honored to announce that Confluent has recognized us as the only global education partner for the years 2022 and 23. This recognition received for the second consecutive year underscores our leadership in providing cutting-edge training and consultancy services on a global scale. As the first training delivery partner for Starburst, Data, OneHouse, and even Store, we are proud to forge and build upon strong partnerships with the industry leaders. While some client names remain confidential, our collaborations include a global beverages and snacks, multinational, a premier North American payment solutions provider, a cutting-edge cybersecurity and risk management platform, and a retail giant with operations across 5 continents. Now I would like to Munmun to take over the session, please.
Hi everyone. Am I audible properly? Hello, am I audible?
Yes,
Hello.
you're.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so today our topic is like how we can seamlessly integrate AI and ML in Power BI. So I hope that like bare minimum, like the requirement for this session today is like we have little bit hands-on on Power BI. If we don't have also, like I will show you from the beginning, like how to load data in Power BI and do some transformations. Okay, so as already like I am already introduced, but little bit about myself. So kind of I am having now 18 plus years of experience in digital transformation and artificial intelligence, machine learning, and like robotics process automation, intelligent automation, AI enabled automation. So all these areas are my domain expertise. I am also doing a research on like smart city innovations and like risk management, leveraging the technologies like artificial intelligence, blockchain, and IoT. I have my publication, like my book, first book published on 2022. That is also on automation, and someone can learn automation on it, like like without having any knowledge, just from the beginning level, they can be the expert. So that book talks about that. Um, I do lots of mentoring, and like speak in different sessions, and kind of like try to encourage youth, and college students, and AI enthusiasts, like on the current trends, and like tips and tricks of the AI ML, or like how you can use them in your day to day automation things. So, having said so let's start today's session. So, today I will be covering some key topics. So, I will be a little bit showing you like what is Power BI and why we use Power BI, kind of how we load the data in the Power BI. We will talk about some like features in Power BI, some main features in Power BI. Won't be covering all, but kind of like some important features. Also, we'll do some hands-on, like on decomposition tree, exploring some data anomalies with AI splits. Then we'll check some, try to do some AI insights. Basically, we'll do some query, or say text to basically text to charts. Basically, we can say the text to visualization. So we check that, like how we can just put our natural language, and AI automatically, like change it to some powerful visuals or visualizations. And also we'll try to build a predictive model, and which we can utilize in our Power BI. Plus we will see some sentiment analysis, kind of some NLP packages, like like translation and all. So all those things we will see. So let's start today. So mostly it will be hands-on session. So I hope that if you guys already have Power BI installed with in your system, so you can just open it and do the hands-on along with me. But if you don't have installed, no, not a problem. Like you can get it later also. Just follow the session. If any question, just like stop me, interrupt me, and ask the question. I will like cover that again. Okay. So any questions so far, guys? Good to go. Okay. So let's start today's session. So I have already Power BI installed like in my system, but you have a like the cloud version of it. So if you have a premium version, like like a Azure service enabled, and there also you can use Power BI, or Office 365. There also you can use Power BI. So there you can use some advanced features of AutoML and all. But here we will see like how to incorporate, like from the like whatever is free, like from like the from Power BI perspective, we will check from that. So if you don't have Power BI installed, you can get that from Microsoft app and install in your system. I have already, so I'm just opening Power BI. Let me just open it. It takes little bit time to like to get the application loaded in the system. Yeah, so when you have the Power BI dashboard, you can actually open the blank report. So that is your part where you are creating your first workspace or the first report. So I will go and introduce, like, just open a blank report. Okay. Now the next step is like you have to do some visualization or analysis. Now to get this data, you have this already this icon here, get data. So if I just open here, get data, so you can see there are a lot of options available. Like we can actually load Excel workbook, we can load CSV, we can connect to other SQL server, any other data flow, dataverse. So lots of options available. Even if you just click on more, there are lot many other options available here. So you can see like lots of options are available here. Okay, and even like many people doesn't know, like you can actually like load the data set of the Python script. So let me just try once. I won't take this data set, but just showing you guys how to load that data set from the Python script. So if like we have some libraries like where we have some like predefined data set, like a Seaborn data set is there, where we have some predefined data sets. So I can load the data from there as well. Let me just write some lines of code. Just checking the syntax once, whether I'm correct or not. Just 1 minute. Sorry, SNS.load dataset. Okay. So I won't be using this dataset. I have another dataset to showcase some of the important things. So just showing here that how you can just load the Python dataset from the script itself. It will take little bit time to load the dataset. Yeah, so you can see this dataset is loaded. So if I just want to see it, I can see that the Seaborn dataset is loaded here, the iris dataset. So even like if you want to just go ahead with this dataset, you can go ahead, you can load this dataset. If you want to transform anything, you can go to transform data. So basically these are the features of Power BI where we can do lots of transformation of the data like missing values, handling duplicate values, outliers. You can replace the data, you can actually split the data. There are lots of functionalities available. So before even like you load the data for visualization, you can do lots of data cleaning and data wrangling. All these things you can do in the transform data. So if I do transform data, then this will open into a basically Power Query editor. So where you can actually like change your data or transform your data, like transform the units. You can change from like the decimal values to the some other values, say from if to the integer values or vice versa. You can change the date format. So all these things you can do in the transform data. So since I don't want to load this data, I just want to show you that even from the Python script also you can load the data. So I will just close this, cancel this. I will load data from my CSV itself. So I have a CSV already of sales data. So this is my CSV. It is like don't go by the name train. It is actually a sales data. It is basically I have kept this data set for training purpose. So that is why I have named this as train.csv. So I will just load this data set. So here again, you will see the preview of the data, like how what are the columns of in this data, and you can do transform data. So if I do transform data, the Power Query editor will be opening where I can do lots of transformation. So here you can see that the columns, I can check the columns, like what are the columns here. So we have a sales data here with country, city, state, and of course a sales value. So product name, category, subcategory, and the sales value. So if anything you have to, like do some missing value treatment or any, like remove the duplicates, all these things you can do here. So let's say I want to check these column cells. I will select here and you can see lots of other options are coming. So you can remove duplicates, remove errors, you can change the type. So let's say if I want to change this type of decimal number to fixed decimal number, like only till 2 digit of decimal or whole number, I can do that, very well do that. Okay, so let's just show you, like if I just want to change this to fixed decimal number, and if I do replace current, so here you can see that something has happened. Okay, so some change type has happened. So basically, I have changed this to integer values. Sorry, fixed decimal number values. So if I can remove this step also. Like if I just close this, it will be like automatically, like going back to the initial stage. Or I think it has changed to string now. So let me just change it to back to the decimal number. Okay, so now it is in decimal number, but if I just, like click on this, like the steps which I am doing here, if I just, like delete that step, so it will be going back to the original stage. And there are lots of other transformation also, like if you want to, like create any measure, so you can do lots of transformation here. So these are all the, like statistical, mathematical, all the formulas you can use. So basically, I'm not going into this much but yeah, like the data cleaning and the data wrangling activity you can do here in this editor. So once you are done with all the transformation, since I don't have much transformation to do here, this data is almost clean data. So I will just click here and like apply it in my dashboard. So for application, you have to just go here and you have to just close and apply. So it will take some time to load this data set again to this dashboard. So here you can see one Copilot is also given by like recently. That is for like if you want to use Copilot for any DAX query or any other DAX or anything, so you can just click on the Copilot and get some help over here. It will take some time, some 2-3 minutes. It will come. So any questions so far, guys? Coming now. So yeah, it has come now. I will just close this data set. So now the data is loaded. Okay, so you can see that all the like columns have come nicely. The category, city, country, customer ID, customer name. So everything has come. We have a numerical column which is cells here. So in the numerical column, you can see this kind of sign. That means if you can draw some measures from this numerical data. You can take the count. You can take the sum. So all these measures you can do. And also like the other data, if you see like not any signs are there, that means these are all mostly like categorical data, like the not numerical data. Okay, so here if you see the Power BI dashboard, so here I can see my data, like once my data loads, so I can actually expand my data set and I can see my data. If I want to transform my data again, like go back and do something on data, I can again do edit query. So edit query will again open the Power Query that editor where I was transforming the data. So I don't want to transform it again. So I am okay with this data set. So I am fine. So I'm not doing here anything. Here you can see lots of charts are there, like where you can actually drag and drop for the visualization. So let's say bar chart, column chart, pie chart, all these different kinds of charts are there. And you can actually utilize these charts. Now, if you see here, like you can refresh this, like if you just little bit see on these icons above, you can refresh the data set. You can take a new visual, some text box you can add. So all these kind of, like it is very self-explanatory. If you see on the left side panel, so here you will see different kind of view. So this is one report view. This is a view you can see like in the tabular format. This is a shape view. So basically this view will be applicable when kind of you have two tables and you want to join the tables based on the relationship. I just don't want anything to do now. So I'm doing it. Yes. So you see, like one table has come, like one data set has come. If I have another data set, I can probably join and like join by ID or something. Like another table, like related table, I have, then I would have joined it by ID. So that relationship you can draw here. So since I don't want this now, like I don't have to draw it, I have a single set. So I will go to the report view.
Hi, Munmun. Your voice is cracking. I think
Okay.
there is some
So yeah,
internet.
can you give me a confirmation? Is it fine now?
Yeah, it's better now.
Yeah. So basically, whatever showing that since I have only one data set, if I have two data set and I have to join some relationship, I can would have done here. I I so there are these kinds of view. Now, having said so, something work on, like say, like it is very interesting. You can bring some variance data, and you can do lots of time intelligence, year to date total, quarter to date total, month on month average, or month on month change, quarter over quarter change. So all these things you can bring from this time intelligence. So if I just want to bring like a kind of a, like month of month change, so I will just select month of month change. I will just select my base value, so which will be my sales. Like on the sales only, I just want to see how it is changing month on month. And on the date value, I will just put my order date. Just, 1 minute, let me just check this data. Like maybe I have to change that format to date format.
Munmun, your voice is still cracking.
Otherwise, I have another data set. I will take that. Yeah, is it fine now? Just
Yes.
let me know. Otherwise, I can change my network connection maybe. Okay. So if you see here, probably my order date is in see it is in the string format. So I have to change it to the date format. So that is why it was not sure taking here. So now I have changed it to the date format. I am fine with this. Now I will close and apply. Okay, so now you can see the order date is in the date format. It is coming in the date format. So if I go here, add the order date, I will just add the order date and add. So if you see here, I didn't have to write this, like these entire lines of code. So this is basically tax query, but I didn't have to write anything here. I have just taken the measures from here, and it has like given me the syntax automatically, this formula. So I will just accept it and I will close it. So if you see here, like my sales month on month percentage, like the column has come. So this is my one of the variable which I have taken from the quick measure. Likewise, there can be some other time intelligence data which you to date, year to date, quarter to date, month. And these are very useful. Like whoever like deals with the sales data basically, or any other data. Even like these are the categories which you can like pick up. Like it is very helpful actually to like take some quick measures, additional measures to do your analysis. Okay, so I will just close this data month on month also, and I am good with this data. Now it is time to build some visualization. Now, if I am very new to the visualization, I have never done the visualization in my life. Now I will be full blank here because I don't know like what kind of analysis I will be doing here. Probably I will have some questions in my mind, like I want to see the top 10 countries, like like top 10 countries who are having the top sales or having the sales in like the last year, or top sales, like top sales. Likewise, I am having some questions, but I don't know how to like in the chart or what kind of chart to bring over here, like that detail or that knowledge I don't have. I'm fully a beginner. So in that case, what I can do now, my first AI intelligence come here. It is called as Q&A. So basically, it will change my query to a chart visualization. So faster, but so here actually see, you can see some of the like the natural language, basically like the way we chat with the chatbot, like top cities by sales MOM, top cities by sales MOM. If I want to see that country wise sales, okay, and I just put a enter. So I just want to see that what kind of like visualization it gives me here. So you can see here that I am getting something like this, like country wise, or say let me give as sales by country. I think we have only US, so let me give a sales by state. So that is why only one country is coming here. Can see it is all automatically giving visualization. So I don't have to select chart over here. I don't know. I have some questions in mind which I want to see, and that I can put in the text format, and it is giving me a visualization. Now to take this visualization in my dashboard, only thing I have to do is apply here, like turn this Q&A result into standard visuals. So if I go and apply here, like I don't have this actual knowledge of like drawing a visualization. Still, I can draw some queries I have from where I can draw this visual. Okay, if not okay with visualization, I can again change the chart. Like I can put this visualization in a like the form of a maybe the vertical bar chart. Okay, so if I just put this in the form of vertical bar chart, I have just changed the bar chart. So likewise, it will be coming. But whatever said, like I am getting the visualization only by just asking some questions. So it is changing my query to the visualization, right? So this is point like the first thing where we can blend AI with the Power BI. Now there are too many things over here. So one is this, like just bringing the visualization here. So that is one thing. Second, we take another chart. So let me just pull maybe another bar chart, or yeah, I will take a bar chart. Yeah, let me just pull it on top. And here I will add some data. So probably my x-axis will be like the timeline. So I will put my year, month, and all these things. So I will see my date hierarchy. First thing I will put is my year, and second I will put the quarter. Let's keep it on the year and quarter only. Okay. So and the y-axis I will put as cells. So it will give me the sum of cells. So this is my chart which is prepared. Okay, so I will just select this chart and delete it because I don't want to see it now. So I will just pull it here. Okay, and this is my chart for a better visualization. Okay, so I can see here that I can see the quarter wise sales in US. Okay, so now if I want to do some analysis, okay, so let's say I want to see that from the my quarter 4 of 2015, why the quarter 1 sales is so low in 2016. So this is one analysis I can do over here. So to do it, like it takes days actually. The data analysts are basically to who are like exploring the data. They have to like see lots of like correlation factors, like has dropped. So it kind of takes days. Like, but here in Power BI, due to this AI intelligence, we can do it in like minutes basically. So we can do that in minutes. So let me just on this quarter. So this is my quarter 4, and this is my quarter 1. So this is selected. Okay, so I want to do that. I want to check that why this sales has decreased basically. So if I just click here, right click, you can analysis, and it is telling me explain the decrease. I just go and explain the decrease. So my AI will give here the answers, that different kinds of answers, that why actually like the sales has dropped. So let the answer come. It is giving me here the analysis of the 64.87% decrease in the sum of sales between 2515 quarter 4 and 2016 quarter 1. Once, like, just want to add over here, the people who have this premium subscription and who is like using Power BI visuals like in the cloud, they I think they will have a better speed and all, because I'm using the desktop app, so it is a little bit slow. Generally in the office I use the cloud app only, but since of the like the to the data privacy and all, I cannot open that desktop. Doesn't take so much of the time. If any questions, I can take some questions by now. Smaller visuals, like I will little bit filtered out here. So let me just take for one step because it is taking much time. So I will just put some filter here over maybe by the state. So let's take it for the one state only. Okay, so I will just select maybe Connecticut. Okay, so I am getting data for Connecticut only. Okay, so let's like analyze it by the sense. So let me just check for this quarter and this quarter why this like this drop has happened. So I will just select this and this, and I will click here, analyze, explain the decrease. So probably it will go faster here. So it is basically doing on the whole data, so it is taking much time. So here, if you see that which takes like days to like analyze, the AI is giving you like within seconds it is giving you the summary of this decrease and why this decrease, why the sales has decreased. Now see, Susan McNair accounted by the for the majority of the decrease among the customer name. So basically this customer has shown like the major decrease. Then what else? Let us see. Then this one, like CA 2016107902, I think this is the order ID, accounted for majority of the decrease among the order ID. So among the order ID, this has decreased. So after like once we get this data analyzing, we can check that why this order has like decreased, or why this customer has stopped like ordering. So these are some of the analysis like which the it is giving you the first draft of the things where you can like delve deeper. Then the by the customer ID, so accounted for the major decrease. Okay, so these have kind of like these two customers have changed the most. So this kind of analysis is giving us. Then 9693 accounted for the majority of the decrease among the row ID. So I think this is row ID is some kind of identifier, maybe the product ID or something. Okay, let's see more things, more analysis. So year, quarter, and city, Fairfield accounted for the majority of the decrease among cities. So Fairfield has seen the least sales basically in this quarter. Okay. Now, why Fairfield? Now again, why Fairfield has seen the least sales, that you can analyze further, maybe on like some political condition or any other condition, but something has happened over there. Then like this postal code has changed the has seen the most decrease. Okay, so what kind of like days to analyze this? It can be done kind of in basically minutes, like with the AI. So even for this, like this product ID, so lots of analysis are coming, and it is not only ending over here. You can actually draw this or take this in your dashboard. So for doing that, you have to just add this. So if I just add this to the page, it will be added to my dashboard. So let's say I want to add this. This one is very important to me. That Susan McNair has like decreased the sales. Like he was a customer who has stopped ordering. So maybe if I want to add this and show in my like management meetings and all. So probably I will take this up and I will add somewhere here. So this is the analysis which is coming kind of like in just like in matter of seconds, maybe you got the analysis. Okay, so now there are some more things you can do. So likewise, if you want to like see like why the growth has happened, so likewise we have seen the decrease, likewise we can change, like see why it is increased also, because probably we can like give some awards to the like the people, or like the department or the city or anything, like for the product, who are the stakeholders. So we can actually, for the increasing sales, we can actually take those decisions, like it at the end what it is doing, it is helping in decision making. So we can actually take the decisions in like how to like distribute these rewards, and who are the most key stakeholders who actually like deserve this situation. So if I want to see from this place and this position, like how these increases happen. So similarly, if I want to like want to see that analyze the increase, explain me the increase, then probably it will give me some of the like things where I can take a better decision making. So one is this order ID, then this customer ID. So this customer has taken majorly. So probably we can like focus on this customer more. So then the customer name has come. Then what are the other things you can see? Row ID, okay. Then shipping mode. So if you see that contributions made by the first class on the same day. So first class has done some good job over here. Okay, so this is kind of a like we can call out this name. City, which city has majorly seen like Manchester, they have changed the most. Okay, so these kind of analysis, like why this like for the drop even and for the rise even, like why this happen, you actually analyze these factors. Okay, so this is kind for a person to analyze this kind of data, but you can do it in minutes now. Okay, only with AI. So having say, we can see some subcategory, like what are the subcategories which has most cells. So basically office supplies. So basically the people who are doing office supplies on this category or working on this category, you can give your bonus or something like more, because this category has seen most cells. So all this data actually give you a better decision making ability. There are some more things you can do over here. Let's say that you want to like see some quarters, like the like the comparison between these quarters, between two quarters. So you can do that basically. So if I want to like this quarter, and say I want like this quarter, and I want to do some analysis, so that also I can do. Okay, so if I just want to see some like summarize, or like I want to analyze, so you can actually do that. So basically, you can see that what is the like difference between these two quarters. So it is giving you kind of a comprehensive uh, analyzing, I will say, ability, where it would have taken days for us to analyze. Kind of we can do it in kind of seconds, kind of. So this is one I don't like one feature in Power BI, like AI like using AI in Power BI. So yeah, so any questions on this, guys? So I will just take some questions and I will proceed to the next one. No questions, right? Topic. So I think this part is clear. So I will just take another, I will just take another sheet. So you can take your tab. So this is my page one tab where I've done this analysis. So this is my page two tab. So I'll draw some visuals over here. So we have seen that
Question
how
in the chat.
in the chat. Yeah. You can integrate any LLM you want. I will show you like how you can integrate LLMs. You can like if you have some like the keys of Gemini or any other like LLMs you are using or ChatGPT even like you can integrate LLMs with your in the Power BI application. You can do like you was a summarizing and all you can actually use LLMs. Okay, so let me just show you. Go to the next topic. So first tab is for the analysis, and now the second one is another interesting visual. Okay, so there is something called decomposition tree. Okay, so if I just draw this decomposition tree, give you like this is actually using AI in the background and kind of giving you some AI splits. So let me just take a little bit bigger. Okay, and then it is okay. So I will take my sales data only because that is what I want to analyze. This is my important data. So I will just pull my like this sales is basically basically my y variable, my output. Like it is a dependent variable. Now it is dependent on many factors. So what are those factors? Like I can take those factors one by one. Okay, so let me take one by one. Probably I can take the state. So this is city. Do we have city? Yeah. So I can take city. So this is another factor. Then probably I can take category. Okay. Then probably I can take subcategory. I can take segment as well as I can take product name is there. Yeah. So I can take product name. Even you can take customer name and many other, like variables if you want to analyze. Okay. Now all these variables I have taken. So if you see here, now this is very interesting. There are certain measures which will be coming, and this is called as AI split. So basically, it is done by artificial intelligence. Now, if I go and click over here on this plus button, see which I have taken has come. Okay. Now I can check that I can analyze this split by high value. I can analyze it by low value. I can analyze it by state. Okay. So let's take high value. So let me just take by high value. So I selected. Yeah, it is loading. It is little bit it takes because of the desktop app. If you're using in cloud, it is fast. Yeah, so here you can see, I don't know why segment has come. Okay, probably high value even by the segment. Okay, so let's see, like even if the segment has come, so you can see that consumers have the most highest sales, like consumer segment, then the corporate segment, and the home office segment. Now I want to check that consumer segment by states maybe. Okay, so or by category. Let's say by category. So you can see this is again the AI split which is giving here. So you can see the technology has done very good. Then followed by furniture and then the office supplies. Okay. So now if I want to see technology, which category, like which subcategory? That phones have done very good in this area. Then the accessories, then machines, and then copiers. So it is giving me a very comprehensive picture like if I know that okay sales has been good in this sector, then what are the different parameters, other parameters, like you can further drill down and check that okay, that these are the parameters which have like actually contributed to this value. So that is kind of a very good visual or very powerful visual, I will say over here. Now, if I just want to click on phones, I don't know, like if I just want to see on the lower value phone, so let's just see by the product name, maybe it is coming. So let's see what it comes. See here the product name, and this phone has done the most badly basically. So I have seen from for the lowest value. So this is how it is giving me the entire decomposition tree. Okay, so if I just don't want this visual, I will just go and click one by one. Like I will just delete product name. I will close subcategory also. Like I don't like I'm just rolling up, rolling, closing the category also, closing segments also. Let's say I want to see it by state. Okay, so I will just go and select the state. So you can see California has done the most sales, and followed by New York and Texas, and the other cities are there. So if I just click on California and I want to see it by city, so see the yes showing you. So you can see that even for the California, like you can see that Los Angeles have done the most sales, and San Francisco and San Diego. So if I just click on San Francisco, sorry, Los Angeles, then if I want to see the on the segment, so I can see that in Los Angeles which segment has done good. Then if I want to see, suppose for the home office, what is the value segment or highest value category, so probably that way it will be decomposed. Like it is giving me basically the split over here. So the intelligence is working in the back end and kind of giving me this kind of split. So this is again a very effective one. So it is basically giving you a lot more analysis that why this cells is there, and even it is a very low value, like what are the factors which has contributed to the low value. So even kind of this is also a very powerful, like AI visualization, basically AI visualization in BI. So this one is very powerful. So I will just go to the next topic. If you want, like, I want to ask any questions on this, you can ask. Just one thing I have forgot to mention. So here one more feature is there which I just forgot to mention. So suppose say I want, like I have this quarter and year is here. So if I just want to click and I want to drill up. Okay. So if I just want to drill up here. So if I just go and drill up over here, so it is just loading. You can see that my quarterly thing has been consolidated or rolled up to the year level. So if I have the month and I want to drill up to quarter level, I can actually drill up to quarter level. I had the quarter and year here, so I just drill up to the year level. So this is how also like the intelligence works here. So any questions so far? Otherwise, I will go something very, very interesting where you can like machine learning model, or like some NLP models basically. Otherwise, I can take some questions. Questions? Message all good or something, thumbs up or something, so that I understand to like proceed. That's it. Yeah. Okay. So this part we have completed. Now let me just open another dashboard. Probably I will show you in terms of another data set. I will open it again later. So just will see the dashboard. I have another dashboard also available. So let me just close it. Okay, so let me just open another dashboard. So this is basically I have already preloaded this dashboard with the Netflix data. So I'm not showing that, like loading and everything again because it takes time. So I will implement some NLP over here. Some Python script, so it will be like little bit time consuming. Okay, so here if you see, I will explain the data set. So we have a Netflix data basically, and where you have past description of the like the basically the movie or the series whatever, a program basically the director. Then just like I will explain this French description, English description. That is just like skip. We have a data like cast, description, director, listed in, rating, release year, show ID, title and type. So these are my actually like majorly the my data types or variables. Just give me 1 minute. Yeah. What here is I am library. I am trying to translate this description of the program into different languages. So basically, I am translating to whatever the library supports. Okay. Now I have taken some buttons. So buttons you can take from this control basically, and you can put the button. And like if I just click on this, some navigation to this button. So if you see here format button and I have given some navigation. So if I just control click on this, it will move the English side. Then if I just control click, this will go to the French. If I just control click on it, it will be the Spanish tab. Now I'm just doing the control click on the French tab. So my French tab is open now. Though my original data set, I will show you my original data set. So though my original data set is basically in English, I don't have any French or Spanish column. But if you see it's translated to the English, so that we will come to know that how it has been translated. So I will just show you my original data set.
Munmun, your voice is again breaking.
Is it okay now?
Yes,
Hello?
yes, it is okay now.
Is it okay? Yeah. Basically,
Yes, yes.
if you see this English, no other. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So description is in English and no other columns are there. We don't have any Spanish or any French or any other language over here. So this is mostly the all the columns which I have shown you like type, title, director, cast, release, rating, listed written description. So this is a small data set. So I have just used this data set because I have some description where I can put NLP. Okay. Now if I just close this and I come here, so if you see here, I am seeing a French description here. Now, how it is possible? It was in English. How I got in French? How I am getting in Spanish? So a Spanish description is also there. So I am getting in different languages. Now here I am using a NLP library called text block. So it is kind of giving me the control to change this English description to different other languages. Now how to do this? Okay, so now this is going to be very important, interesting. So if I just go to net editor, language you can actually translate. So once the code is running fine, so I can just test once with my print statement. So let's say I want to just test this French, like whether it's running fine or not. So I will just want to just test it, and I want to use this code. So I'm just running this code. And you can see that the French version of hello, how are you? It has come. Okay, so that is giving me the print statement. So the code is running perfectly. Now there are two ways you can do this. Like once you just like using the external Python scripts for your NLP, or like you are connecting to the LLM, like you have a like ChatGPT, you are connected to the LLM to summarize something or kind of querying something. Then you can use this kind of external scripts and you can blend this script into your Power BI editor. This is one thing. Second thing is that you can use the, like as it is, you can use the function and you can blend it. Second thing is that you can actually keep this as a package. So if I just create a package over here, see I have created a package on this, basically on this project, and this package I am keeping over my Python sub packages, side packages. So in my Python side packages, I have kept this NLP package. So when I kept this NLP package, this is nothing but my this package basically which I have developed. Okay, so that I can directly, I don't have to call pull like text something. I can just directly call my package, like call from NLP package, input translate, and translate to this. Like I don't have to write much lines of code in Power BI. Then also it is kind of very simple. Running in cloud, then on the machine it is connected, it is imported from the package. So I told you both the ways, like I can take it from here the entire function, or you can keep this package in the side package and can like just import that function from there. Okay, so I will just show you both the things. So now my see this editor is already there. So if you see here, I have already done something like done some translation over here. So you can see this is English description, this is Spanish description, this is French description. Now let's say I want to bring the Japanese over here. Okay, so already I have the Japanese code written over here, so I can bring the Japanese over here. Okay, so let me just do like how I can do this. Okay, I can do it in two ways. I will show you both the ways. So I will go to transform. I will go to run Python script. So a Python script is opening here. You can see the data set. So it is clearly mentioning me data set holds the input data for this script. So basically, if I want to pull anything from this data, then the variable name will be dataset. So that is what it is kind of indicating me. So I will use dataset only. Okay. Now, if I can do two things, I can actually like take this full function, like from the text block, import text block. I can just copy it over here, and the translate function also. So I want to translate to Japanese. So I'm just taking this translate function. Okay, and another line of code I have to take, that is a dataset line. So I have just kept it here. I will just take this. So this is basically you're applying in all of your data set this translate function. Little bit change I have to do here. So instead of Spanish description, this is now Japanese description. And I have to, this instead of this function translate, I have to put translate to Japanese. Okay, so this looks good now. So I will just run it. So this give you actually the power to do anything on this dashboard. You use LLM, you use very sophisticated ML code, use like any other like GPT or anything, any other summarization function. So this gives you the power of doing everything on this code. So that's this one trick I have shown you. You can do sentiment analysis. I will show an example of sentiment analysis. You can do image tagging, image annotation. So all these functions, which is like pertaining to your Python script, the coding basically, you can actually blend that Python script into your Power BI platform. And if you want to, like bring some statistical measures to, like some complex calculation, that also you can do and apply on all the rows of the dataset. So it takes a little bit of time, like because though I have taken a very small dataset, it applies on all the dataset, and then it brings the transition. So it takes a little bit of time. So one way is you are writing the whole function over there. The way is you keep your package in side packages and just pull the dataset function from there. So if you want a model kind of, like already you have built a model and just use that weights just to like calling from the package itself. So those are like some tips or tricks you can use in the best practices. Till it runs, I will show you some other code that it runs. So it takes some time to run it. So this is one of like this translation. Like you can do with NLP, you can do some translation. Another thing you can do is sentiment analysis. So let me just open it. Whether I have that code. Yeah. So basically, if you have the like already the customer feedback, or like you have like we have lots of unstructured data like from the Facebook comments and all. So you can actually do some sentiment analysis like whether those comments are positive or negative. Even for your YouTube video, if you get the customer data, like if you just pull those data, like the people's comments and then how this, so like analyzing on a very large data set, it is very difficult, right? Like whether the customers are mostly giving positive or neutral, or they are like giving negative comments. So analyzing the sentiment on the large data set is very difficult. So you have something like like you can use the NLP library and you can do some sentiment analysis to understand the polarity of the statement, like whether it's positive, negative, or neutral. Then that will kind of give you a kind of a like a better decision making things, like where you need to improve. Like if it is, say suppose you're doing some analysis on the food, or you have opened a new restaurant and you are doing some customer feedback analysis, then you know that whether it's positive or mostly negative or mostly neutral, then you know what decision you have to take for your product basically. So those these things are very very like important and gives you some decision making ability on the dashboard. Let me just check. Okay, so this is done. So it is kind of built. So if I just click on this table, so it will just open me the table with the Japanese description. Any questions, guys? Otherwise, I can take some questions till it loads. I have shown you some data sources, like where you can actually connect from the other data sources. So you can use AI to pass data. Actually, if you are like if I can show you that cloud and platform, you can actually use some data flows. So there you can build some data flows. Like to pass the data. Like you can build your own data flows. Otherwise, if you want to just connect to the other sources like Snowflakes or any other data source, their option is given that you can connect your Power BI to other data sources. How to integrate, again the same thing, like I will show you again, like where I am getting the data source. There are lots of other like applications where you can integrate your Power BI. So basically you can pull your data from these data servers. Okay, other questions? Is my voice like audible now?
Yes, it is, but sometimes it's getting
It is,
cracked,
but
in
sometimes it's
between.
getting okay. Actually, this is taking little bit bandwidth, this application. That's why I think the lag is happening. Any other questions, guys, so far? Then we can actually, uh, this example is there in GitHub, but I don't think the advanced, like the latest some I have done some development, so that code is there. I will but put it. Let me just give you my GitHub link. Like some advanced AI things, maybe you won't get, but mostly you will be getting. So I will just upload this code again. Long back, I have uploaded this. January 13, 2023. Yeah, so both the package there, maybe some advanced things will be missing. Anybody you want to ask any question in LinkedIn, also you can follow me in LinkedIn. Just connect to me, and if any questions you have, you can ask. Sorry, why it is everyone. Yes, it is executed for each row. You will so see it now that how it is coming. Still loading. So I will just show you, like the data sets which I have worked on before. So you can just see these data sets also till it is loading. So it is the same thing. Like I have run the Python script. If you see the same script, same steps has happened. Like run the Python script, change the description to Spanish, and it has like come with as a like a table. So if you see here the previous steps, you can see here that description and the Spanish description. Similarly with the French description. So I'm just showing this because it is taking some time to load. So you can see here, refer here. So the French description has come. So likewise, it has happened. So now the last stage is happening. That is our dataset with the Japanese one, which is loading. I think it has come. So this is a Japanese description. Okay. So this is one way you can do this. Okay. Another way you can do is, I will just close this. Don't want this. Just change my Python script again. Closing this also. Sorry. So now I have shown you that how to copy this entire thing and put here. Okay. So basically I have just copied the function and put here. But now if my function is already, say this function is not so simple, and it is kind of lots of analysis you are doing, you are writing the machine learning model, like training the model, you have a test train data set. So all these things you have done, you just have to add code only. So that also can be done. If you keep that in the side packages, just pull the model function. Okay, so that like that likewise also I can show you one this thing. So I just take some code over here. So this is the one. So these two lines of code actually will give you the answer. So if I just go here, so from NLP a package import translate as T. So basically this package is already built and it is in my side packages. So I will just take this one. Now I was not doing with the Hindi. Hindi actually is not in my side packages. It is a new addition I have done. So I even if I do like I just put it in the side packages, it will reflect. So I will pull it for the Japanese only. So Japanese description, and on the description I will just apply translate to Japanese. This function is fine. Okay, so just two lines of code because everything I have in the side packages. So even if I have a very complex code, but I have just packaged it and keep it in my side package so that I can just import that package and can use the code. So here the code is simple, but think of a situation where the code is very complex. You can just package, you can just use the package. Okay, so that is what I wanted to say. So I am not running it again and again. It will take much time. So a little bit I will show you on how to do some, like sentiment analysis, and that at the end I will show you one, like machine learning model where you can learn this. Okay, so I will just close this. I will just show you something very simple, very simple. So here I have a sentiment analysis dashboard. I have just like done some sentiment analysis. Basically, this data can be very comprehensive. You can do anything. You can summarize your like big descriptions. You can summarize your basic use. So anything you can do on this. You have the power to do because you can like incorporate the entire Python code into your Power BI and even the package also. So this one hopefully will open like little less time because this data is very less. I have just put some like arbitrary data here. Okay, so somebody has asked about the snowflakes and all, so I will just show you after opening the dashboard. Like you can get all these options over there, like to connect to any kind of DB or any kind of data lakes or data sources. Okay. Actually, if you go to get data, so here you will see all data sources here available. If you go to more, like you can see, like it is a very comprehensive list. Like mostly you can, like can get the, like the like all kinds of data sources. I don't think anything is missed out here. Even is missed take from your Python script. So there is not a problem. So if you see here, like XML is also even included. You can take from folder also. You can take from PDF also, Pocket also. So all kind of data sources are available here. So if you have the data source, like whichever you want to connect, whichever you want to connect, you can add over here. If it is not there, something which is not there in this list, it is a very comprehensive list. I hope it will everything will be covered. But if anything is not there, the way I have shown you, like from the Python I am loading it, that way also you can load it. Okay, so this is a list where you can connect to any data source. Okay, now this is a very like a very small data, and I have actually entered the data from this tabular, like this enter data like from this table only. Like here from here also you can enter the data. So it is just giving you a tabular column kind of a thing where you just put some feedback. So I have just discussed like my first column is like customer and what the food court name and the feedback. So I have just like send some arbitrary data over here, some example data, and you can load it. So this data also I have actually loaded it the same way. Now I have done some sentiment analysis here. Now if you see here, I have given some feedback over here. So this feedback can be not so much like simple. It can be very comprehensive one. But anything it is there, the NLP library is efficient enough to get you the sentiment. So positive means I have this feedback is very positive. The negative means the feedback is negative. So if you see here, food is great. It is a positive sentiment. Like polarity is positive. Food was mediocre at best. It is 0.25 means the kind of average kind of a food. I highly recommend it. Again, it's a positive, but since there is great, good, these words are not there, so kind of that much positivity hasn't come, but it is positive feedback. I will definitely come here again. It didn't understand the port, like the library didn't understand that what does it mean. So probably if you just using some advanced LLM models or something, probably you will get a better polarity over here. I was disappointed, so it is kind of negative. The service was terrible. It is again negative, so it is coming as a negative polarity. Now, how it has come, and if you see these icons I have used, though this visualization is not very great, but you can actually like instead of this polarity, you can use this kind of icons. So these icons are very easy to use. So basically, sorry, I sorted it. So basically, you have to go here and just select this one. So you can go here in the general section, sorry, cell elements. You can just put your icon. So like I want to select my this sum of sentiments basically, sentiments, and I have used some icons over here. So if you just go here and click on this formula function thing, and you can just select your icon. Like if it is a positive statement or greater than equal to 0, then you can use this kind of icon, or negative. So you can even use the smiley faces and all, like smiley smile, sad face and all these things you can use. Lots of things you can do here. So I'm not going into this detail. So now how I have done this in the same manner, the way I have shown you. Let me just go to the edit query. Now I have only given the input these two data set, food and feedback. Now if you see here, till here it is only my data set, that is food and feedback. After that, what I have run a Python script. Okay. Now this script is nothing but in the same manner. I get the same. Okay, so this is script I follow. Okay, in the same manner. The same manner I have shown you. Nothing else. Okay. Now after running this Python script, I am getting this polarity. Okay. So now instead of like using this, can actually use a very like a LLM or something like that to get a very like comprehensive polarity, like which will give you a better polarity. Like it will understand the set statement more, like, and it can give you a better polarity. But it is also very nice, like whatever like I was expecting, I got the some like some data is correct, incorrect, but that is fine. AI is not about 100% accuracy, but at least like 80 to 85% accuracy I'm getting. So I am happy with this. So this is how actually you can do some sentiment analysis. You can do image tagging. So lots of things where you can actually incorporate your Python code here. You can do that. Now I will show you one more thing, one more example. That is the last example. I will just close this. Okay, so here one thing I just want to show you. Probably it is not like in this not the part of this session, but again, like just showing you. Even you can bring some charts which are not here in this data. Like that is what I'm showing. Like if you want to, like bring some box plot or violin plot or any other swan plot, so which are like advanced chart and which are not in this like in this chart range, then you can actually write something to bring those charts. So possible here. So well, you can go here Python option. There's a R option also. So anybody writing script in R, they can bring in R visuals. If you want to like write the script in Python, so you can bring those charts in the Python visual. It is not loading now, so probably you can check like test it yourself and then some bring some like visualization. Now having said so, there's some task important task you can do like with some practice sessions. So here, see, I have summarized the data. Like I have used some summarization script, like using NLTK, basically, which is kind of if I am sending a script or an entire text, it is kind of summarizing me. So if I send a document, like a full document itself, like reading a PDF document, I'm sending the full text to it. So I just want it to summarize it. It will summarize it for me. Probably this summarization won't be so much good. If I am using LLM, it will be better. Then here you can use some, like LLM key or something which you're using. So anyhow, this is kind of, you can imbibe this in your Power BI dashboard. So this is a session, like this is kind of a hands-on you can practice, like to, like to summarize some unstructured data where you have a, like a description or entire text is coming. So you can summarize those data. Okay, now the last example, yeah, you can see here it is loaded. So these are some Python visuals. If you see, I have just used some swarm plot, some box plot, which are not the part of this visual. Okay, so basically you can take this, select this, and you can see here, like I have just written the Python script and just loaded these visuals. Okay, so all these features actually, like like many people who work in Power BI also, like not many of them like aware of these things. Like these are kind of like plug and play you can do and just like understand these features. So this is again a very good feature. Like if you want to bring some other chart apart from this chart, you can bring with your Python script. Okay. So just closing this dashboard, the one more thing I will just want to show you. Okay. Now here one machine learning like ML.py I have written over here. So this is a code. Now this code if I run over here, it won't run because this is meant for like the Power BI, because you can see this dataset variable. So it is working on the Power BI. So I have used some like test and trend dataset. I have used random forest regression and kind of like forecasted the sales data basically. So here I have that actual and predicted, and I have some forecasted some sales data. So this is a ML which I can incorporate in my like Power BI. So let me just check like whether I have already done it. Like then I can actually show you already the loaded dashboard. Otherwise, I will just do the work on it and show you. So this is how actually you can like incorporate the ML into your BI, AI and ML both, and also there are some auto ML features in the cloud that actually you can get if you have a like a premium subscription. So auto ML is nothing that where actually they suggest you some ML. So basically based on the data, like what kind of model, ML model you want to use. So you can actually create your own data flows, and they actually suggest you like on the system itself, the system will suggest you on the ML model, and there you can actually do some parsing. But if you're already writing your ML code, you can actually also incorporate the ML code into your Power BI. Okay, I think I am little bit over time, so just within me because the time is is getting good. The library of NLP. API, anything you can call because it is a Python function you are running. So you are incorporating the Python function. Anything you can call over there. Any other questions you have on this? We'll just go to this editor. Let me check. Probably I have done it. Like let me just check it. Then it won't take much time to show. So this is my sales data. So I done some forecasting of the sales forecasting, taking some parameter like some features. AutoML kind of just give you like the automatic feature selection and all. Like it suggests the feature selection. Here on this, you can write your ML model and you can actually like do your feature selection and kind of like try to train the model. Okay, so it is not there, so not a problem. So basically, what we need to do, we have to just run the Python script here. So I will just go and open the Python. I will just take this entire data here because already I have run it on my data set. It is just the data set I have to change to the Power BI. So this is kind of a run and tested model. So I just taking it and putting it here, entire thing. So in the entire code, if you have this kind of code and you want to, like just call the package, like I said, you can also do that. Just call the package and use that package code, like the package function. Okay, so I will just click OK. Time, but you will get the output as a like X train data set, X test data set, the output, the forecasted cells, the actual versus forecasted. So basically, all these things you can get over here. So if you see that for the dataset you have a table, you can load the dataset. Output you will get like I have given actual versus forecasted. So whatever way you want your output, you can actually test your output in that manner. So I have given here actual and predicted. Okay, so this is my output. Then X data set, like what are the features I have selected. So that will give you the tabular format. But what are the things you have taken for the test data? So that split you can see in the test data set. What are the split? What is the split for your trend data set? That split you can see in the trend data set. So any table you can open here and you can check the like what is it like the how it is coming. So I just want to check the output over here. So I will just go to the table. With this whole so I will just stop it because there is additional. So this is the end of the session. I guess like just till the table loads. So I guess it kind of given you some insight on how to like use actually AI or artificial intelligence in your Power BI dashboard. So a lot many things which Power BI is already like built with the algorithmic AIs and all, but also you can incorporate your own code, your AI logic or ML logic, and you can put it incorporate in your dashboard. So any questions you have, I can take it up, or you can like just ask me in LinkedIn. Connect to me in LinkedIn. You can ask any question. If any question on this regarding this or the data set or the code file, anything, you just let me know. So let the last set load to show you like how the prediction is coming. And you can actually use this prediction in your dashboard. Yeah. So you can see the actual and the predicted cells. So likewise, and in the auto ML, actually what happens that it in the cloud, it basically recommends you all the feature selection. I won't say it is much like very, very accurate, but kind of it is giving you that prediction. Now it depends on your more, like what kind of feature you are selecting, or like basically on your parameters and what kind of model you are taking, regression model. So all these things, so based on all these factors, actually depends the like you have to just make it accurate. So like near to accurate basically. So that is kind of like you have to just tune your model for that. But how you can incorporate that I have shown, and you can actually bring up some visuals on this data. Yeah. So I will end this session here. Any questions so far? Just let me know. In libraries, in the script, and yeah, it is executed. You provide additional resources. You can use Power BI, AI, and AutoML. AutoML, I have some documentation I can share with you. So basically, you will get enough documentation in Azure. So you just open Azure documentation. It will give you kind of like step. It is basically steps. So it is just kind of a configuration kind of thing you have to do in cloud. That's it. But if your concept is clear here, you know that what kind of visuals you have to build and what is the ML model or how you can incorporate the things. So basically, you are this fundamentals. If it is clear, then auto ML is nothing basically. Okay, I think that's all. I think I could give some insight on this topic.
Hi. Before we conclude, I kindly ask everyone to take a moment to complete the feedback form shared in the chat. Your feedback is invaluable in helping us enhance the future sessions. I would like to extend my sincere thanks to Munmun for delivering such an informative and engaging session today. I trust that you found the insight as valuable as I did. For those who missed any part of the session or wish to revisit the material for today's session, a recording will be available on DataCout's YouTube channel. The link to the recording will be shared on your social media channels and in our monthly newsletter. If you have any further questions or would like to explore additional resources, please feel free to reach out to us at hello@datacouch.io. To stay updated on our upcoming sessions and access more valuable content, please subscribe to our social media channels and join our meetup groups. The relevant links are available in the chat. Thank you for your participation today. We look forward to welcoming you at our next event. Wishing you a wonderful rest of the day or evening and a great weekend.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.